Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're doing well. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your tarot card for the week of January 18th, 2026. It is a collective general reading, not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate, and if that happens, it's okay. It just means that one message is meant for someone else. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't, and be sure to check out your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you don't know what your other placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also in the description box is information on how you can become a time traveler. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Taurus collective now for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the tarot card of the week here for Taurus for the week of January 18th, 2026? Taurus, keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming for the week ahead. The tarot card of the week reading is intended to help all of us move forward in our respective journeys. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your tarot card of the week, my dear, the Eight of Wands. An important message or fast movement may be coming in. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Six of Cups. What memories from the past are trying to get your attention? Okay, tell me more about this here for Taurus. I like the Eight of Wands card in this deck in particular because this is the Monica Louv deck that I use for this set of readings that I do. And typically each card has a question that they want us to think about and ponder in the week ahead. Again, so we can go inside and make some decisions that are best for our life's journey. This is the only card in the 78 card deck that is just telling you to prepare for something incoming, as opposed to ruminating or thinking about what the next course of action will be for yourself. So tell me more about the Eight of Wands, this important message, offer, opportunity, or fast movement that is coming towards you. Tell me more about this here for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is it that they need to prepare for? One more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you need to prepare for, Taurus? We have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, this is coming in fast. Page of Wands, the Magician, and the Ace of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, Three of Swords, Five of Swords, and the Empress. Well, I don't like that at all. So what is coming in for you is truth and clarity. Truth and clarity. And I think you've been manifesting this. So with that Six of Cups here at the bottom of the deck, there's a connection here in your life, whether professional, platonic, or romantic. And I feel, oh, look, right behind the Six of Cups is the Empress, which is you, right? You're ruled by Venus, you and Libra. And so you're represented in the Major Arcana portion of Tarot by the Hierophant, which is just your card standalone, but then the Empress that you share with Libra. So I feel like you've been trying to manifest clarity. There's something here that you're not quite sure. Do I stay? Do I go? What do I do about this? What is the truth? What are the facts? I feel like you're manifesting clarity, and over the course of the next 8 days, that clarity is coming to you. However, the Five of Swords to the Three of Swords tells me it's not a pleasant clarity, although I do feel with the Hermit energy here, it is one that you are, at least intuitively, you know to be the truth, but I think you're looking for maybe facts here, because that Page of Wands is like you're discovering. All right, tell me more about this. Magician to the Ace of Swords. I feel like you're bracing for the worst here, or at least that's your advice. I don't know. Let's get into this. Tell me more about the Magician to the Ace of Swords here. I think you're manifesting the truth. Truth, clarity, honesty, breakthrough, some type of breakthrough moment. Tell me more about this here for Taurus. One more shuffle. Thank you. What are you manifesting? Eight of Wands to the Eight of Wands. The Four of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Three of Cups. There's that Six of Cups and there's that Seven of Swords. I think you have a person or maybe a group of people in your life, whether this, like I said, friend, family member, lover, maybe a community group, you know, that you volunteer with, or a group of friends or something like that. But whoever this person is or these people are, I do feel like they are part of your structure. They're part of your stability. For some of you, you share residence with this person, or they're just a very close family member. And I feel like you are manifesting. It's like you're waiting for the universe to give you information, like the gift of knowledge here. And I think you've been asking for it. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't really know the truth. So I think the message here seems to be, I want to know the truth, and then I want to know what to do about this, even if it breaks my heart. I want to know what I need to do about this, or I want the truth of the matter, or the truth of what these people are doing. Three of Swords, Five of Swords, and the Empress. I think you've been thinking about this a lot, because 3 plus 5 is 8 swords. So it tells me you have been already thinking about this, ruminating, possibly considering worst case scenarios here. Again, these tend to be super specific messages. So if it's not yours, just check another placement. But this could be about anything, you know, a lawsuit you have going on, an issue you have with a coworker, you know, maybe a property line issue you have with your neighbor and you're waiting for the surveyor to get back. So this doesn't always have to be love related. I think people make a mistake when they watch tarot and they're like, oh, it's always love related. It doesn't have to be. It's a collective general reading. I don't know who this person is to you. This could be your mother. Like, I have no idea. I just know that there's someone here who contributes to your overall structure and stability. And you've been hoping and praying to get some clarity about why this person either is behaving in that Seven of Swords, or maybe repeating a cycle, or speaking to you in a particular way. Because again, Swords rules communication. There's just something here that is not sitting well with you. And I feel like you're thinking about it a lot, and you're also bracing for worst case scenario. Tell me more about that. Three of Swords to the Five of Swords. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Three of Swords to the Five of Swords. We have Temperance, we have the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Four of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the Fool, to the Emperor, to the Six of Swords, to the World card. So I think for some of you, what you're looking for is the truth and honesty. Again, some semblance of clarity of what is going on with this person or this group of people. And I think what you're doing is preparing for worst case scenario. If it ends up being okay and I'm wrong, I'm speaking like you, then I'm okay with that. I'll try to start again with this person or this group of people. But if what I find out is actually what I'm fearing, which is worst case scenario, then that is not something that I'm going to agree with. I'm not going to be okay, Four Cups, right? I'm not going to be okay with what this person or these group of people are doing, but then I can act accordingly, and I can take the leap of faith to take control of this part of my life, or this relationship, or whatever this is, and move on from it and close the door on it. And I just think that you've been sitting in that Two of Swords undecided because you don't have the facts. This would be like, let's say it's a work situation, only an example, and you're like, I have a feeling, again, just speaking like you have a feeling, my boss is contemplating replacing me, okay? I don't really know. I'm hoping that God will give me some kind of clarity or some kind of, you know, wisdom here, so I know what to do. I don't know if I should look for another job. I don't want to accuse them of doing something they're not doing. I'm bracing for the worst. Over the course of the next 8 days, I don't know, you're online, or do they even put them in the newspaper anymore? I don't know these days, but some way, somehow you catch wind that there's a job opening for your position. And you're like, damn it, I knew it. Okay, now I'm going to make alternate plans to move on. Or you happen to have a conversation with your boss over the course of the next 8 days, and they tell you that they're really pleased with your work, and they have no thoughts of replacing you anytime soon or eliminating your position. Then you're like, okay, well, I braced for the worst, but at least now I know the truth, and I can just continue to work here. So again, what the outcome will be here will be different for all of you, but there is something here that you feel is shady or underhanded or being kept from you. At least for the group of you I've tapped into. You're hoping for clarity, truth, and honesty regarding this situation, environment, or connection. You're bracing for worst case scenario again. And I think you're being an adult here. It's like, okay, if I'm wrong, then I'm just going to continue with whomever or whatever this is. But if my doubts, fears, and anxieties prove here to be true, then I will make alternate plans. And again, I don't think you would abruptly quit the job. I just think you would find another job. I don't think you're going to abruptly divorce your person, but I do believe you will make plans to do that. So again, those are just examples that I'm giving you. So I would, if this is your message and you've been hoping and praying for clarity or truth or honesty or guidance or some type of breakthrough moment so you know what to do next, I would expect that to come to you over the course of the next, I was going to say 8 of Wands, over the course of the next 8 days, whether this person says it to you, someone else with firsthand knowledge tells you, it's something you see or witness. And I would also pay attention to the downloads and dreams that I have at this time. You know, the epiphanies that come when you're at the stoplight. you know, or you're washing dishes and it just comes to you and all the dots are connected together. I would pay attention to that because that would be the clarity that you're seeking. Okay, 3 cards of advice here for Taurus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Yeah, I think what memories are trying to get your attention is that this is repetitive behavior. That's what's trying to get your attention. Like, remember the last time this person did this, or remember the last time this was the energy when you walked into work. Remember the last time you talked to someone and they behaved this way. I think that's what's trying to get your attention. So yeah, could you receive this moment of truth and clarity from the situation, the person or the group of people directly? You could. But for some of you, it's going to come from inside the house, meaning from within you, because you'll have that, like I said, aha, epiphany moment while you're in the shower, at the red light, washing dishes, and it's going to connect all the dots for you. And then you'll know what to do. Your advice here, the Sun, the Queen of Wands, and the Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Pentacles. There is something here about the truth and clarity that you want will come to you. And once you receive it, take about a month to figure out what you're going to do with it. And I say that because the Page of Cups for me holds a cup, and the cup is a month. And pages are messengers. So there's something like, once whatever the truth or clarity is here that you need, once it comes in and it's received by whomever, or, you know, whatever way, it'll be different for all of you. Take the inspired action to say, okay, I'm going to do something about this, but right now all I can do about it is contemplate. Contemplate your next steps, create a path, create a plan. Don't do anything erratic. Don't do anything erratic here. Really, like I said, weigh the pros and cons. Look at that with the World card. And this is an entirely different deck. So there's something here about, if you choose to close it out, leave the situation, leave the environment, leave the connection, quit the job, just do it in a very balanced way and take at least a month to figure out how you're going to do that. Like, plan your steps accordingly. That is what I have for you, Taurus, for the week of January 18th, 2026. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.